Alrighty, well, good morning, everybody. It is currently 8:01 in the morning here in beautiful Kruger, Mississippi. We just went ahead and got the tractor and the planter put up in the shop over there because I just left it out. Didn't feel like messing with it at all. But it is, like I said, July 2nd. It is beautiful 80 degrees out, and it is time to get some hay cut. And we get to now use the new swather, well, new to us swather that both myself and Poppings went ahead and bought together because we got to go ahead and start getting some feed for our cattle made. We're just going to do hay bales for right now and just feed them straight hay and nothing else. We're not going to get a TMR mixer for right now, but eventually we will be. Hopefully there'll be another auction coming around here soon. So I mean, let's go and jump in this International 5000 real quick and start this bad boy up for the first time. Come on, old girl. There we go. It only took a little bit for it to start up. I'm going to get this pulled out over here. And don't mind the tractor there sitting in the shed. That was a dealership tractor that I used to go ahead and put some lime down on our fields. And I needed it for a thumbnail as well. So, I mean, went ahead and brought it down here. But we're going to pull this up here to the shop. And we haven't done any maintenance on it. We haven't checked over it yet. Yeah, we're going to get this pulled up to the shop. And we're going to pull it in. We'll pull it up like right here. We're going to check all the little tines on the front of the swather head here. We're going to check the reel. Make sure everything's good, the auger there. We're gonna check the oil. We're gonna make sure the fuel is good to go in it, and just make sure that we have everything the way that we need it to be. So we are gonna be able to cut some hay. We also got to get some seed returned back to AF, where we can get a little bit more money back for that. If you guys do like this type of content, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell for every time that I upload a video and you don't miss another upload in the future. But instead of the normal, meet and greet at the co-op, we're just going to go ahead and I think we're going to meet the fellows somewhere else. I think we're going to meet them up there at that gas station that I'm usually stopping at. So we're going to go and probably go and head up there and talk to them. We also got to get our grass cut again, because I did go ahead and buy a mower off camera, like the one that we were using in the video that we bought from Weston. I went ahead and bought one of those, tested it out, mowed all this right here in front of the house and along the driveway right here, but we still got to get a lot more mowed because, well, the grass grown back in again, and, well, we need to get our grass cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get heading down here, but I think we're all meeting at that gas station that I'm usually stopping at to get coffee. We also got to get a few other things while we're there, and I might go to the co-op, well, not the co-op, you idiot, the dealer, and get some oil and all that stuff, and go and stock up on some oil and some filters to where we can have those at the shop, or we can just go and change our own oil when we need it to. But we also got to start thinking about a combine as well, because we're going to need a combine. And from what I've heard is we have a new spot here in town that we can go ahead and place down and get the cattle, be able to buy our cattle from there to where we can go and get those at the farm. But we probably won't do that here for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and drive down here to the dealership real quick. There's the co-op that we just passed where we usually meet at. But I'm going to drive down here to the dealership. I'm going to grab some more oil, grab some batteries and some filters and hydraulic oil and all that stuff. So yeah, let me go down here to the dealer and grab these batteries, this oil and all that stuff, and I'll see you guys when we get back up there to meet the fellas at the gas station. So yeah, I'll see you guys here in just a few minutes. Alrighty, so we went ahead and left the dealer. We got the oil, the hydraulic fluid, the filters, and everything that we needed to be able to, make sure we have all our stuff up to par, especially for when it comes down to harvest. But we still got to get a harvester, a grain cart, and all that stuff, and possibly a couple of gravity wagons, or if I can find a semi and a trailer cheap enough. But we're here at the gas station. I'm just going to go ahead and pull up real quick and see what these guys are up to.
So how are you guys doing today, Fancy seeing y'all here. We got all the Fords up here. We got, Mr. I'm compensating for everything in life over here, too.
Yeah, well, guess what? I bought it used, so, I mean, that's how it came, and, yeah, I went ahead and bought this truck used. It was already lifted, so don't be hating.
Take the lift kit off, then.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
here, Mr. Moneybags, are you gonna come take it off for me? I'll pay you. All we gotta do is set up a big ramp and just ramp it off and just watch the suspension crash itself.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
set like a speed bump, like have a bunch of these things that are sitting about tire height for you, and you just smoke it.
I mean, yeah, we could. Maybe if I'm ready to get a new truck and I can hopefully file an insurance claim on it. Because since some people want to try to swerve me off the road when I'm going to the dealership.
Anybody know about that person?
Yeah, I do. He's over here in this Case sweatshirt.
Oh, of course it's
Maybe-
the Case guy.
Maybe he's just a little top heavy from all the seed that he has in the bed of his truck. I don't know. Maybe it's hard
Wait,
to tell.
hold on. You talking about me? Like you were the one that was in the middle of the road. Hold on, don't try to.
It's
backflip this
called
story on
share
me,
the
bro.
road. There's no lines in this road. Whoa!
Share-
Whoa! Aliens are abducting his truck. Holy crap. Boys, oh dear God. Aliens are abducting his truck. Holy crap. I hope you have a good insurance.
Uh, what happened to my truck?
I told you the aliens came to abduct it. But anyways,
Why
boys,
me though? Why couldn't
enough.
they do it with like person
My
with like the case sweatshirt on?
okay, so now who's really going after the case guy? Anyways, no, I gotta get some hay cut, man. That's all I gotta get done today. I'm gonna put that new swather to use that I bought at the auction that we had a couple days ago.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for somebody to help me do some hay. I don't know if you're busy AF or whatever you got going on. I'm gonna drop my seat off. I already got it all loaded up. I was nice enough to get it loaded up before I went and came to see you this morning. Unlike some people that want to take up 3/4 of the road and blame me for trying to run them off the road. But anyway,
It's called Share the Road. Did you not see the sign? Share the road. These are little narrow roads here, bud.
yeah, sure.
Sure.
Anyway, I got as you can see, I got like, well, there's one full pallet, two full pallets actually, and then it's two 3/4 pallets.
This right here might be against like the DOT or something.
Okay,
The
here we go.
DOT.
I'm gonna go get me coffee. Midwest, you want a coffee or anything while I'm in here? I'll be nice enough to buy you one.
Yeah, I'll take a coffee. I need to get one. I'm
All
just
right.
waiting for this darn truck to refill up.
Yep,
and it's
let me
kinda
go in here
taking
and get
forever.
one. Yeah.
I
Let me go in
already
here and
got
get
my
one.
own.
All right, Midwest, here's your coffee, brother. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? We're over
Oh,
here playing
right
hide and
here.
seek.
I'm right here.
Well,
I don't see you.
I'm right here.
Right here, where?
Give me my coffee, boy.
Oh, here you go. Who
Thank
you
you.
calling boy? I'm older than you.
That's right. You're old.
Yeah, I am old.
Forget.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see you at your farm, AF. I gotta get going.
Yeah, I gotta go back down to the farm and grab my
Alright.
gooseneck with all that seed on it, AF, and I'll bring it down to you. Alright, everybody, so we're gonna go ahead and head back here to the farm real quick. We're gonna grab my gooseneck and hook it up to the truck and get all the seed back down there to AF. I don't know what happened to his truck, and I'm guessing the aliens wanted his truck or something like that because they were flinging that thing all over the place. It was kind of funny, you know, because I was just standing there and that truck just went flying all over the place. Let me get hooked up to this gooseneck here and take the seed back down there to AF to where I can get my money back and I don't just have it sitting here on my trailer. So that way we can just go and get it out here and I can go and put this gooseneck up, or if I need it again, I can load some more stuff up onto it. Well, let me get this down here to AF, give him the seed back, and then we'll just grab our swather there and we'll go swath our field 7 with all our grass in it. And I know we'll have to run over to Poppings to grab the baler. I'm just going to take the International that we purchased and just go over there with that, grab the baler with that and everything. And again, the aliens finally decided to return his truck back to him and tilt it back right side up. So we're almost to AF's farm, and I'll see you guys when we get here and we're returning the seed to him. Alright, AF, there's all that seed back to you, man. There's like 2 full pallets and 3 half pallets in there. I just needed to get it out of my yard and bring it back here to you.
alright, thanks, appreciate it.
No problem. Now look who decided to pull in and just sit back here like a creep. Mr. Midwest over here in the red hoodie. Oh, he's not even in his truck. It's just sitting there running. Alright, so now that we got the seed returned to AF, we can go and get back down here to our farm and go and get our swather hooked up. Well, we go and get our swather ready to go and then get down to field 7. Who the heck is this guy? Whoa! We went ahead and got all that seed dropped off to AF. We're almost back to the farmyard. Well, almost back to the farm here. And we're going to go and get into our swather. You know, I didn't even realize that this trailer didn't have ramps on it. So we're definitely going to have to probably get ramps put onto it. I think I'm just going to just pull into my yard right here. We're just going to leave it right here. Just going to go and look over this real quick. Make sure everything's good to go. Make sure it's all fueled up, has oil in it. And the reel and everything's ready to go. And then we're going to I'm going to go and drive down to field 7. We'll go and just jump you guys straight into a time lapse when I get down there, or we'll start cutting when I get down there, and then I'll jump you guys into a time lapse. And then after we get done with that, I'll see you guys when we get done with that. So let me go and get all this taken care of, and I'll see you guys down there at the field. Alrighty, so after a long, grueling drive and having to remember the way to get into this field, I finally made it, and yeah, so we could have went along this way too, or we decided to go and take the long way around. But unfortunately, our grass is tall, but it's not that tall, but it's definitely ready. So we're gonna test this little hay bind out here, you know, and see what we can't get done with this thing. I don't know how Midwest is going to cut his grass because he wasn't able to buy a mower. I know he bought a baler, but now the only problem is we don't have a rake. I don't know how I'm going to swath this up. I don't know how I'm going to rake it into bigger swaths, you know, and be able to get everything done, and how I'm going to make it into hay. I might have to see if I can't use their rake and be able to well, see if I can't lease the rake or rent it from them, you know, for a couple $100, or just rent it for the day and see how much Midwest and Western will charge me on to do this. So I mean, yeah, like that's the biggest thing is we don't have a rake, and we're going to need a rake, and this is actually going to take a little bit of time to be able to get this done. I was hoping that, you know, we could have like an old hay bine out there or whatever, but I don't think there was that, because that would have honestly been a lot better, because we would have been able to cover a little bit more instead of the little 6-7 foot passes that we're covering right now. But I mean, it'll get the job done. You know, we're going to get our hay made, we're going to make sure we get our cattle fed, and once we get this done, we're going to have to go ahead and get our, oh, I'm missing a little spots, but that's all right. But we're going to have to get our field, you know, refertilized and relimed all over again to where we can get the best yield that we possibly can get out of this. But I'm going to jump you guys into the time lapse here. I will see you guys after we get done with the time lapse.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5. Happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. 'Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life. Tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knew my name, and all my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life. Oh Lord, you can keep your 9 to 5.
The blackbird inside your chest that calls on you to cry. You decided it was time for him to fly out of the darkness and into the light, higher and higher out of sight. Whispered inside your heart tells you let go, Time to leave the past, you did what you knew. Slow down and rest. You've been through a war. No one can hurt you anymore. Behind closed eyes, memories unfold, hidden secrets, shimmering gold. Behind closed eyes, where the shadows play, there's no looking the other way. Behind closed eyes. There's a song inside your soul, waiting to be heard. Sing it aloud, you've written every word. Oh, out of the silence and into the unknown. Louder, louder, let go. Behind closed eyes, memories unfold, hidden secrets, shimmering.
Alrighty, so we made it fairly far in this field, and this field is actually taking quite some time again. Like I said, I mean, 10, 11 miles an hour is pretty fast. I'd say we're about almost halfway done with it, so it's going to be a pretty decently long time lapse, maybe like a couple of, like 3-4 minutes worth. I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off for this part and just finish this field off. I got to find a way to get a rake. I'm probably just going to have to go buy one from the dealer, and hopefully they have one there, and I can go and get all this raked up. And I don't know if we'll bale it this episode. I know I'd like to go and start getting it baled up, but I'm going to make a lot of hay bales off this field, I can say that much now. And if it was fully grown to the max state, then we'd definitely get a lot of bales off of it. But yeah, let me go and just get in here, get this done, and then I will see you guys when we're about to start raking this and turning it into hay. Alrighty, so we went ahead and purchased the Farm King tedder / rake from the dealership because, well, we needed one, and I wasn't about to drive all the way to Midwest Farm and try to get his because I don't know if they're done complete with their hay or not. But this farm, this field actually took quite some time for us to be able to get it mowed and to go and get it started raking. I'd say we're maybe a quarter of the way through getting all this raked up. I just figured I'd bring you guys in for a little update on how everything's going, and then after that we're going to go over to Popping's farm, which is up by ours, up in the most left corner of the map, and grab the baler from his farm because, well, unfortunately I allowed him to take it over there instead of leaving it at our farm. So when I get the baler, or I get a little bit more of this field done, I will catch back up with you guys. We'll see what the rest of our day holds for us and see what else we have on the agenda. Alrighty, so we are back here. You know, I told you guys I'd bring you back in when we have something interesting going on, and here we are. As you can see, I've done a lot of baling off the camera, and when I mean a lot, I mean I think we're on like our 45th bale, and we're gonna have a lot of cow feed for our cattle. So I think what I'm actually gonna do is once I see how many more bales that we get, I feel like we're gonna be well over 60 bales. I'm probably gonna end up selling the majority of them, or some of them, to be able to get us a little bit more money. I'm gonna try to start our cattle soon. We won't start out with 100, 200, 300, 400 head of cattle. We're gonna start out at, you know, a pretty low amount of cattle, and I don't think I need this much feed. I don't know if any of the other guys that are doing cattle on here will need more feed or not, but I guess we'll just have to find out. You know, I'll get a hold of them and I'll ask them about it, you know, at the next Farmers Pride meeting, or the co-op meeting that we usually have every week, which is coming up here in a couple of days, and everything like that. And I've been out here in this field all day long, you know, baling, raking, mowing, even letting the stuff dry out for a couple of hours, and I'm still not done with this field. I got one more up and down pass left to do right here, and then I still got to go around the headland passes, finish all those and get those out of the way. I've done 2 headland passes over on that side of the field, and which would be the east side of the field. It took quite a bit. Let me just pull up the menu here. As you can see, the bale counter down there, well, up there in the left corner, 47 bales and still counting. So that is quite a lot of bales, man. I didn't think this field was actually going to be this big, and I didn't think it was going to produce this much hay. I'm ready to see what it's going to be like when we get the full yield potential of this field and see how much grass we can actually get out of this thing compared to just our first cutting, because if I really wanted to keep all these bales, I could, and we wouldn't have to worry about cattle feed for a while. I mean, quite a long time. And I know I'd like to hopefully get a TMR mixer. We'll just have to check in with Weston at the dealership and see when we can get a TMR mixer, or see if he can get one in stock for us. But I think for the time being, like I said, you know, we're just going to feed our cattle in the first episode. We're just going to feed our cattle just straight hay bales, grass, and we'll try to go there. We're not going to try to give them all these other additives, because I want to get the best beef price possible for all our steaks, our ribeyes, like everything. I want to get the best price for them. I feel like if we just do straight grass-fed cattle or hay-fed cattle, we should be pretty good. I know I got to get some other, like some wheat or something like that planted in one of our fields, because we're going to need the straw from them eventually. I'm pretty sure the cattle pens that we have take straw, and we'll definitely need that. But I think for the first couple of years they should be fine. Maybe I can find, you know, another little field, you know, when I get the money, and just turn that into, you know, some straw. Maybe I can actually sell the wheat that I get to Weston to make a little bit more money off of it, because I know Weston has a little chicken coop over there, and instead of him having to buy all the bags of chicken feed, I can just sell him our wheat, you know, for a decent price for all of it. We get the straw off of it, and he gets the wheat, and then we'd be good to go from there. And I don't have to worry about just storing the wheat in one of our grain bins. But also, to come for harvest time, I still got to think about a harvester. I still got to think about, you know, headers and some gravity wagons, and maybe even an auger, you know, to go in to put the grain into our flat bottom bins, because, well, we don't have any of that right now, and we only have $56,079, and I don't really want to take out a loan, because so far the farm is debt free, and that's the way I want to keep it. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if that's our farm over there or if that's somebody else's farm, but it looks like we might have a new neighbor. No, that's definitely got to be our farm over there that I see. Or even, everything's coming along pretty good. We got some deer out here grazing the last little bit of grass, well, the hay that we missed, and everything's going good. Everything's going phenomenal, and I'm actually enjoying it. I'm having fun on this series with all these guys, and plus the other one that we're doing with AF, you know, the Grandpa's Farm. I definitely enjoyed that video. All I can say, guys, is these videos right here are only out once a week. I try to keep them relatively close to with Midwest and a couple of the other guys, just to where we can have everything the way that we need it to be, you know, to where if like you guys come from Midwest channel and you guys come over to mine, you can see his point of view on things and my point of view on things and everything like that. But at the time of recording this video, you guys, I can't thank you guys enough for 1,200 public subscribers. We are less than, I think, like 700 public watch hours away from hitting the first party YouTube partnership, which with that being said, I can start doing memberships and super chats and stickers and all that stuff, and then we'll only be like, once we hit the 3,000 public watch hour mark, we'll be 1,000 public watch hours away from becoming fully monetized with YouTube. And I can't thank you guys enough for that, and I can't thank all the guys that I record with, you know, especially Midwest and all, you know, especially Midwest. He's helped me out a lot. But I'm going to go and get back in here, guys. I'm going to go and finish this baling up off camera, finish the day out, and then I will see you guys tomorrow when we go meet all the boys at the co-op to do our little meeting that we usually talk about and see what everybody needs help with, because I know I'm going to need help picking these bales up, and I'm going to probably have to try to find a way to get another tractor with a front loader to be able to load all these bales up and take most of them back to the farm. That being said, everybody, this is Cole Farms. I hope you guys are enjoying the type of content that I'm bringing you, and I appreciate the love and support that you show me and my family. Be sure to go check out all the guys that I record with and all the guys that I have recorded with in the past. But I'll see you guys on the next one.